Welcome to Gooseberry's Science and Education videos. I'm Alex, your AI host for today's explainer. Now, before we jump into the deep end of the cosmos, I just want to clarify something right up front. While I am an artificial intelligence, I'm really just a tool we use to create a smoother presentation, basically replacing the need for manual editing. The content you're about to hear is completely factually accurate and based on rigorously human-vetted, grounded sources. Today, alongside our channel's orange gooseberry mascot, we're taking you on a profound journey to completely reshape the way you perceive your existence. We're exploring the illusion of time and the architecture of novelty. So get ready, because we are going to challenge the very fabric of how you experience reality.
Section 1. The illusion of time. Okay, let's dive into this.
We tend to assume that the ticking clock is just this unbending law of physics, right? But I want you to consider this question. Which lasts longer? A million years where absolutely nothing happens, just a complete and total void, or 10 seconds packed with 50,000 distinct monumental events? Seriously, think about that for a second. If a million years passed in a dark, empty space without a single particle moving, did time actually pass at all? Or does the 10 seconds of explosive, massive activity hold more actual time? The cosmic scale of the universe tells us one thing, but our intimate, present experience suggests something entirely different.
And what's really interesting about this slide is how it completely redefines our baseline reality. It blends the profound philosophy of Alan Watts with the theoretical frameworks of Terence McKenna. And what they suggest is that time is fundamentally an illusion when we think of it as a fixed, linear measuring stick. Instead, time is actually defined by the density of events. It's the sheer volume of things happening that creates a sensation of time passing at all. If nothing is happening, time doesn't exist. It's the events themselves that carve out the space we call time.
Because we misunderstand this, we naturally fall into a trap, which is what you're seeing on the left side here. This is the illusion most of us suffer under daily. We view time linearly. And because of that, we feel like helpless victims of our past, burdened by what's already happened. And then we constantly project our hopes forward, believing that salvation or true happiness lies somewhere out there in a hypothetical future. But as our gooseberry friend is pointing out over on the right side, reality operates differently. If time is simply event density, then the only place where events are actually occurring is right now. Reality is anchored entirely in the eternal present.
Section 2. The novelty engine.
And this brilliantly illustrates the next massive concept. If time isn't just a ticking line, what exactly is the universe doing? Well, the core of novelty theory suggests that the universe is definitely not a static void just slowly winding down into nothingness. Instead, it's an active, dynamic, novelty-producing engine. It has one primary directive: to generate complexity. And it's doing this at an exponentially accelerating rate. The universe literally takes simple things, combines them into more complex things, and then uses those complex things to build even more complex systems faster and faster.
Section 3. Accelerating complexity. If the universe is an engine of complexity, we need to look at the speedometer to see how this builds across the grand scale of history. Billions of years ago, change was painfully slow. Genetic evolution took eons to produce a single new species. The density of events was incredibly low. But then, as life grew more complex, the timeline compressed. We moved into epigenetic change and cultural evolution thousands of years ago, where knowledge could actually be passed down. Change started happening in millennia, then centuries. Now, just look at the present day. We're entering an era of human-machine symbiosis. And without taking any sides on whether this technology is intrinsically good or bad, we can objectively observe that the speed of transformation has completely skyrocketed. What used to take a billion years now happens in a single decade.
We are riding an asymptotic curve of change. The novelty-producing engine is absolutely redlining. Think about it. We went from the incredibly slow crawl of genetic evolution, adapting to our environment over millions of generations. Then, epigenetic adaptation kicked in, followed rapidly by human history advancing, the birth of language, agriculture, cities. Then came technological acceleration, the Industrial Revolution, the Atomic Age, the Information Age. And right now, today, we are tumbling headfirst into human-machine symbiosis. The density of events is compounding upon itself. Every single day holds more novelty and complexity than entire centuries did in the ancient past.
Section 4. The transcendental object.
All of this exponential acceleration is hurtling us toward a definitive cosmic climax. Terence McKenna actually described this impending singularity as the transcendental object at the end of history. Because the density of events is increasing exponentially, we are rushing toward a moment where infinite novelty occurs instantly.
It's a point at the end of time where the overwhelming, snowballing complexity of human and technological evolution converges into a singular, unimaginable state. It's just a profound, awe-inspiring concept that really casts our current era in an entirely new light.
When we look around the world today, we see massive societal upheaval, rapidly shifting traditions, and a dizzying pace of technological disruption. It feels incredibly chaotic, doesn't it? But viewed through the lens of novelty theory, this chaotic breakdown of traditional norms isn't a utopian dream being realized, and it's not a dystopian nightmare to be feared. It's entirely impartial. It is simply the natural mechanical process of a species outgrowing its planetary cradle, shedding its old skin, and preparing to depart for the stars. What we're feeling is simply the friction of moving at a massive evolutionary velocity.
Section 5. Grounding in the present. Let's just take a breath for a second and bring this massive philosophical framework all the way back down to you. So, the crucial point is how you synthesize this wild, accelerating chaos with your own daily consciousness. Alan Watts' idea of the eternal now provides the perfect grounding answer to McKenna's accelerating novelty. Step 1. Stop living for a hypothetical future. The future is an illusion. Salvation isn't waiting for you out there. Step 2. Embrace the chaos of rapid change. Recognize that the breakdown of old norms is just the universe doing what it was built to do. Generate complexity. Don't resist the current. And step 3, anchor yourself fully in the eternal present. Remember that time is just the density of events happening right now. The only place you can ever actually experience this awe-inspiring cosmic engine is in the present moment.
As you navigate the ever-increasing speed of your life, the choice is entirely yours. You now know the mechanics of the novelty engine, and you understand the illusion of the clock. So what's it going to be? Will you remain a victim of the past, clinging to linear time, or will you wake up to the eternal now? Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the content.